Welcome to the Class of 2026 graduation ceremony for CNIB Guide Dogs. The CNIB Guide Dogs logo features a dog with a harness and a handle. An ASL interpreter signs in a separate window.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Erin Maloney, and it is an absolute pleasure to be with you today as we celebrate the CNIB Guide Dogs Class of 2026. If you would have told me a few years ago that I'd be hosting a guide dog graduation, I probably would not have believed you. For starters, I really didn't grow up thinking of myself as much of a dog person, right? But as my vision changed, I began to really start wondering what my life might look like with a guide dog. And so I was matched with my CNIB guide dog, Winston, in 2019. And at that time, little did I realize that I was meeting what would become one of my new best friends. Winston has enhanced my life in more ways than I could have ever imagined. I think there's something really powerful about partnership, right? Knowing that you can step confidently into the world, whether it be a busy campus, an airport, or even just your own neighborhood at night. And I think that sense of confidence that you get from the partnership is absolutely amazing. So to our graduates today, you are receiving not only an incredibly trained guide dog, you are stepping into a relationship that is built on consistency, mutual respect, and trust. Congratulations. To the puppy raisers, volunteers, donors, and staff who make this program possible, thank you. These dogs are the result of years of dedication, expertise, and belief in access and mobility for everyone. The work that you do and the work that you have done has absolutely changed my life in many ways, and for that, I am forever grateful. And now it is my pleasure to introduce to you the person who leads this organization with vision and heart. Please join me in welcoming CNIB's President and CEO, Angela Bonfanti.
Hi everyone, Tansé, bonjour. Thank you so much for being here as we celebrate the extraordinary partnerships that make up CNIB Guide Dogs Class of 2026. Days like this are some of my favorites because while we see the polished teams in front of us, we also know the years of care, the years of patience, and the years of belief that brought these teams together. Today belongs to our graduates. It also belongs to every volunteer. Oh my gosh, what would we do without our volunteers who give hundreds and hundreds of hours every year? Donors and who help to fuel this really important program because it's not cheap. And of course, our staff who quietly stood behind them, cheering them on every step of the way. This year has been a meaningful one for CNIB Guide Dogs. Two of the guide dogs graduating today, Jeddah and Angus, are from our first CNIB bred litter of puppies, an achievement that reflects the long-term vision for our puppy development program that began with their mom, the wonderful, the beautiful Riley, back in 2023. We also welcomed 6 more brood dogs into our puppy development program. And these guide dog moms are chosen with great care for their health, their temperament, and the role they will play in shaping future generations. There's something powerful about knowing that the work we are doing today is already creating possibilities for tomorrow. At our Canine campus, we continue to prepare our dogs for the world that they will navigate alongside their handlers. With the addition of a plane fuselage and an elevator to our indoor training space, our dogs are practicing real-life experiences even before they step into them. It's all about confidence, folks. It's about trust. It's about ensuring that when these teams walk out into the world, they are ready. But the heart of this program is always the people. This year, 2 former buddy dog teams are graduating as guide dog teams. Zachary and Gabriel, your journeys are a beautiful reminder of what is possible. The buddy dog program is about more than learning to care for a dog. It's about building confidence, independence, and belief in what comes next. Watching you take this next step is something we will never, ever take for granted. None of this happens without an extraordinary community. In 2025 alone, we had 373 volunteers support our dogs across the country, including 121 who joined us for the very first time. Our puppy development program had another standout by expanding our puppy raising footprint to Victoria, British Columbia, and along the Ottawa-Kingston corridor in Ontario. A huge step forward, reaching more Canadians who want to be part of this journey and help contribute to the next generation of graduates. Guide dog partnerships change lives. We know this. They open doors, they create freedoms, they build confidence for those who wish to be a guide dog handler. And they remind us all of what is possible when we come together with a shared purpose. To our graduates, congratulations. We are so proud of you. To everyone who helped make this day possible, thank you, thank you, thank you for your compassion, your commitment, and your belief in what we are building together. It's now my extreme pleasure to welcome Robert Gaunt, President, CNIB Guide Dogs.
Thank you, Angela. As president of CNIB Guide Dogs and as a guide dog handler myself, I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of the 2026 graduating teams. Completing your training and becoming a guide dog handler is a huge accomplishment, and you should feel incredibly proud of all of the work that it took to get here. Along the way, you've built a new partnership and a strong bond shaped through trust, patience, and countless moments of learning together. The partnerships that we are celebrating today are made possible through our generous supporters. Their contributions allow us to cover the cost of raising, training, and matching guide dogs with Canadians who need them. Thank you to all of the individuals and organizations who have supported CNIB Guide Dogs this year. I want to particularly recognize two transformational donors who have led the way over the last few years. Hydro One, who is once again our gracious host for our guide dog graduation event here in downtown Toronto, and they have been an incredible supporter to our guide dogs and handlers across the province. And special thanks to David and his team for championing the safety and independence of CNIB guide dog teams. I also wish to honor the memory of Howard and Dolores Beck, who collectively made the largest transformational gift to CNIB and CNIB Guide Dogs. The program has grown dramatically because of their commitment, and we are grateful to carry that legacy forward. Whether through sponsorship of a dog, through being a monthly donor, volunteering as a boarder or puppy raiser, or joining us in our annual pup crawl, which, by the way, kicked off in April, we are so very grateful for your support. It is through your generosity that we are able to continue to develop and to enhance the quality and the scope of CNIB Guide Dog services. This past year, our programming has reached some exciting milestones. Guide Dog Advocamp, a program that helps guide dog handlers build skills and confidence in advocating when their rights have been questioned. For this past year, the camp was held entirely online, and we saw a record 234 participants take part. This demonstrates a high level of interest and a cross-country requirement for greater support in access and education. This year's Buddy Dog Camp welcomed 12 families from across Canada to CNIB Lake Co. Participants worked on their dog interaction skills, made lifelong friendships, and hopefully inspired some buddy dogs and their teams to become future guide dog handlers themselves. There is one more update I'm excited to share. CNIB Guide Dogs recently became an accredited member of Assistance Dogs International. This membership will enable us to further collaborate and to learn from other internationally accredited programs across the globe. Through this partnership and that of our other accrediting body, the International Guide Dog Federation, on behalf of CNIB Guide Dogs, I am a delegate to the IGDF and ADI Joint Board Advocacy Committee, which is leading international work to strategically broaden guide dog handler access rights globally. And CNIB now has a strong voice at that forum to affect positive change across Canada as well as internationally. Additionally, as you may have recently been advised, through the IGDF and ADI partnership, CNIB Guide Dog is now launching an internationally recognized digital ID platform, which all handlers will now have access to through their smart devices. And this will further enhance access rights validation, increase access rights education and awareness, and eliminate more barriers for guide dog handlers across the country. There is certainly no shortage for further development ahead for CNIB Guide Dogs in 2026, and I look forward to sharing much more with you very, very soon. So that's all for me for now. Thank you again to all of our supporters and to our 2026 graduates. And now, Erin, over to you.
And now for the moment we've all been waiting for, the graduation of the class of 2026. As I introduce the graduates, a slide will display with their name as well as photos of them with their dog. First up, our Ambassador Dog Partnerships. Corbin Johnson is graduating with April, who was raised by Selena Harley and Ray Williams, and generously sponsored by Nancy Rogers in memory of Alan Rogers. Congratulations, Corbin and April. Jean Cahill is graduating with Leo, whom she also raised. Leo is generously sponsored by the FDC Foundation. Congratulations, Jean and Leo. Next, our Brood Dog graduates. Barbara was raised by Doris Phillips and generously sponsored by the White Urn Foundation. Congratulations, Barbara. Elm was raised by Danielle Kay and Margaret Farron, placed with brood carer Kathleen Tyndale, and generously sponsored by the Catherine and Maxwell Megan Foundation. Congratulations, Elm. Evie was raised by Suzanne Skirkowski and generously sponsored by an anonymous donor. Congratulations, Evie. Ruby was raised by Sarah Zhang Wang and generously sponsored by Jane Beaumont and the late Colin Beaumont. Congratulations, Ruby. Sky was raised by Donna Provost and generously sponsored by Elise Marco. Congratulations, Sky. Zoe was raised by Catherine Lee and Doris Phillips and generously sponsored by Jane and Steve Sagvida. Congratulations, Zoe. Now, our Buddy Dog Partnership. Artur Popak is graduating with Tiago, who was raised by Scott McFarlane and generously sponsored by an anonymous donor. Congratulations, Artur and Tiago. And finally, our Guide Dog Partnerships. Barb Smith is graduating with Beacon, who was raised by Debbie Theriot and generously sponsored by an anonymous donor. Congratulations, Barb and Beacon. Gabriel Pigeon is graduating with Zeus, who was raised by Laura Kennedy and generously sponsored by the FDC Foundation. Congratulations, Gabriel and Zeus. Minnie, who was raised by Jean Helps and generously supported by individual and monthly donors from across Canada, is graduating with their handler. Congratulations. Heidi White is graduating with Avi, who was raised by Jennifer Flanders Schofield and Jamie and Cohen Schofield, and generously sponsored by Edward Anderson. Congratulations, Heidi and Avi. Jason Reynolds is graduating with Midas, who was raised by Sharon Paulhouse and generously sponsored by Ron and Yvonne Gruzensky. Congratulations, Jason and Midas. Ginger, who was raised by the Chang family and Ronnie and Sarah Kinney, and generously sponsored by the FDC Foundation, is graduating with their handler. Congratulations. Jillian Havens is graduating with Angus, who was raised by Margit McGrath and generously supported by individual and monthly donors from across Canada. Congratulations, Jillian and Angus. Judy Bell is graduating with Zippy, who was raised by Lee Downey and Andrea and John Murphy and family, and generously sponsored by Marg and John Roth, the Morning View Foundation. Congratulations, Judy and Zippy. Ken Walker is graduating with Rosie, who was raised by Heather Cable and family, and generously sponsored by the FDC Foundation. Congratulations, Ken and Rosie. Larissa Proctor is graduating with Tulip, who was raised by Beth Tutia and generously sponsored by the Smith Homestead Foundation. Congratulations, Larissa and Tulip. Atlas, who was raised by Emma Walk and Mackenzie Griswold, and generously supported by individual and monthly donors from across Canada, is graduating with their handler. Congratulations. Patricia Timmermans is graduating with Patty, who was raised by Margaret Ferron and Jeff Barr, and generously sponsored by an anonymous donor. Congratulations, Patricia and Patty. Smitha Pai is graduating with Millie, who was raised by Melissa Ninchuk and generously sponsored by Dave and Tammy Piper, 3D Petroleums. Congratulations, Smitha and Millie. Jetta, who was raised by Jackie Walters and generously supported by individual and monthly donors from across Canada, is graduating with their handler. Congratulations. Zachary Abdallah is graduating with Kai, who was raised by Sandra Walker Carbone and generously sponsored by Lloyd and Elaine Burrow. Congratulations, Zachary and Kai. Congratulations to all of today's graduates. Up next is a short video with some of our graduates sharing their personal photos, videos, and memories with their new partners.
Brood dog Zoe runs through a grassy backyard with a toy in her mouth as her puppies excitedly chase after her, racing towards the camera. Barb walks along a quiet residential sidewalk with her guide dog Beacon walking steadily in harness at her side. In an office, Corbin sits in a chair while his ambassador dog, April, lies at his feet.
My name is Corbin, and this is my ambassador dog, April. She is the most sweetest, well-behaved, lovely dog. Everyone loves her the second that they meet her. And we've been able to go to lots of events together as an ambassador dog team. Today we are at a fashion show for the Come to Work program, and she got to strut her stuff down the catwalk. But it's honestly been such a great experience having her and taking her to her events, but then just having her in our home. We're so privileged to have such an amazing, loving dog. And so thank you, CNIB. I can't see my life without her now.
Corbin walks along a quiet nature trail with April and pauses to give her a treat.
Hi, I'm Jason Reynolds. I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Thank you everybody to the CNIB for giving me the opportunity to be Midas's handler. He has changed my life in so many ways. He's such a great companion.
Guide dog Midas plays in a snowy backyard, running through fresh snow, rolling with excitement, then fetching a toy.
He has stopped several times to keep cars from running me over. He goes curling with me on Saturday nights. I haven't taught him how to throw a rock yet, but I just want to say this has been a great experience. I only got him in October. Thank you so, so much.
At a community center, Larissa sits on a bench with her guide dog Tulip in harness at her feet.
Hi, my name is Larissa. This is my CNIB Guide Dog Tulip. We are coming up on our 1-year anniversary together. I cannot believe we've been together for a year. Tulip is the perfect match for me in every way. When I was first matched with her, I was a little bit nervous. She was my first female dog. She's a little thing compared to my previous dogs, and I wasn't sure how it was going to work. And she fits into my life like a dream. We love to travel. We love going for long walks. We love spending time with family. And a year with her, and I can't imagine my life without her. She's perfect for me. So thank you, CNIB Guide Dogs.
In her living room, Pat sits on the floor with her guide dogs, Patty and Cooper, seated beside her.
My name is Pat Timmermans, and I was recently matched with guide dog Patty. This is my previous guide dog, Cooper. I would like to thank Patty's puppy raisers, the donors and trainers that brought Patty to this point. It's only been a few months and he's already an amazing guide dog. He had some big shoes to fill and he's doing a great job of it. Guide dogs, I need you to know how amazingly they change the life of somebody losing their vision. They've given me back, both of them have given me back independence that I had been losing. Thank you.
A still photograph shows Smitha seated on a bus with her guide dog Millie in harness at her feet.
In a world filled with shadows, being matched with Millie, my guide dog, has been the best thing ever. She has been the shining beacon at the end of a dark tunnel, and I feel so grateful and thankful to the CNIB Guide Dog team for all the support and help I have received through this whole process. I would like to mention that since graduating with Millie, we have had quite a few very interesting experiences. So when I decided to go to one of our very busy malls on Boxing Day, she surprised me by taking me through the mall, no problem, navigating the crowds flawlessly. She did such a great job and got me back home safely. And that's when I realized this is exactly what I needed. Thank you so much, CNIB Guide Dogs team, and every one of you. Thank you so much for the support and the care.
Barb stands in a snowy backyard with her guide dog, Beacon, in harness at her side.
Hi, I'm Barb. in North Bay, Ontario, and my guide dog Beacon. We've been together since October the 15th, and we're a great partnership. Beacon is very good at guiding me, and the doors have been open for me to travel at nighttime, anytime. And I'm just so happy and delighted that I have a partner that really, really likes to work with me. And he loves his treats, of course.
Indoors, Zachary and guide dog Kai sit on the floor wearing matching graduation caps.
Happy graduation, everyone. I'm Zach, and this is Kai. He's a big black dog who's somehow 75% golden retriever. I think the biggest impact that CNIB has made on my life with Kai is the independence. I get to go to and from university with no troubles taking the train and the bus. I get to go to restaurants with friends and such. I just want to say a big thank you to CNIB for giving me this opportunity to be independent.
Gabriel walks along a city sidewalk with his guide dog Seuss, walking steadily in harness at his side. Aaron.
And that's a wrap on today's festivities. Once again, congratulations to all the graduates, puppy raisers, donors, supporters, partners, and of course, the CNIB Guide Dogs team. Thank you all for joining us today, and we'll see you next year.
Logo: CNIB Guide Dogs. Caption: Congratulations to our 2026 graduates.